Welcome. Today I'm going to explain to you how to solve quadratic equations by completing the square method. In the last unit we learned that quadratic equations can also be solved using factoring, but not all of the quadratic equations can be solved by factoring method because the factoring is not always possible, especially if the roots are irrationals or complex numbers. So in this method, before we learn anything about it, we're going to remind ourselves what are perfect square trinomials. A perfect square trinomials are in this form: a square plus 2ab plus b square. A trinomial in this form, this is a trinomial because it has three terms, 1, 2, and 3, can be written as a square of, square means power is 2, one of these factors, a and b, the other one is b. If there is a minus here in the second term, there will be minus here in this binomial. For example, a square minus 2ab plus b square. This can be written as a minus b quantity square. We're going to use this, this completes the square. So we're going to be using this fact to solve these quadratic equations. The first step is you have to make sure that the coefficient of x squared is 1. If it is some other number like 2 or 3 or -5, whatever is this number, you're going to divide out that number. For example, if it was 2 here, I'll divide by 2 each of these terms. But this question does not have coefficient other than 1. So this is coefficient is 1. So I don't need to divide out by any number here. The next step is you're going to make sure that this constant term goes on the other side of the equation. So we're going to just add 7 on both sides. Now we will try to make this left side into a perfect square trinomial. First step is to take the coefficient of x which is -6. We are going to half it. So take the coefficient of x, half it, and the next step is you're going to square this number. Now -3 times -3 is +9. So next step is you're going to add this 9, add 9 to both sides of equations. Now this left hand side is now a perfect square trinomial, or it completes a square. That is why the method is called completing the square method. If you recognize this, this one is like x times x. This one is like 3 times 3, and this one is like 2 times one of these factors, and one of these factors. That gives you 6x, and there's a minus sign here, so this completes a square. Take one of these, and you're going to use this minus sign and one of these factors. This completes a square. On the right hand side, we have 7 plus 9, we have 16. After this, we're going to use the square root method to solve the rest of the problem. Now, in square root method, to remove this square, we take the square root on both sides, and on the number side, you're going to write plus and minus because this is a quadratic equation. Degree is 2. There will be 2 answers. operations, they cancel out each other, and square root of 16 is 4. So x minus 3 equals to either plus 4 or minus 4. I will say x minus 3 is either 4 or x minus 3 is negative 4. So we're going to solve these two equations and get the answer. You're going to add 3 on both sides. X is 7. Add 3 on both sides. X is negative 1. So these two are solutions to this equation. Thanks for watching.